We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. 8, read. Right there, 55. I got one.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return will stop right around the 25. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Minkah Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. On second down, Jacobs. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground. This is Jalen Richard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. And John Gruden has made the call. His guys are going for it. They go with Jacobs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively, that's Devin Bush making the play. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Jacobs now. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Gonna go down. He's sacked back at the 24. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time. Gets the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. They'll run here with Singletary. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Now the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun, Lynn. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Richard. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, Richard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Able to find Waller. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Out of the gun, Tannehill. The quick slant caught. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Check. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 31. Check 31.
A give, Singletary right side. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Lynn. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Open Manus Ross complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Check pass. Switch.
Who draw quarter? Big grip.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 15-1. X3. 218. Chop. 5.
Now Tannehill.
I got you, boy.
It's caught. Jones. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Rashard. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Play action. It's Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Tannehill now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They run it with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Here's Tannehill. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead opens up now 21-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 3rd and 2, Lynn, and he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Jacobs. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. On 1st down, Tannehill. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone. And that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offense.
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lynn, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good return there, 17 yards. Now the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
64, weak. Ready.
Now it's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Tannehill. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He completes it to Jones. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down now. It's Jacobs, and he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to pour it on. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
He's checking credit.
To throw on 2nd down, Lynn. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
A final shot before break. Lynn, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
Let's see how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Set up. 90 Wolf.
Slam, slam, slam.
They go.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Tannehill. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had run.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. John Ross. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Running is Jacobs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Off play action, Tannehill. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So they've converted their first 2 4th down attempts, not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can log in for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard, Tannehill. And he whips that one incomplete there. And the intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Jones has it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill caught by Jones. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run it with Jacobs. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Carlson is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the counter, this is Singletary. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run the counter. Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, Lynn. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Back to throw. Lynn.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
I got you. Check.
Shoot.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Tannehill got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Watch the eye.
X3. 218 now.
On first down, Richard trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
80 weapons.
Second and 4. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. They will run with Singletary. 10 yards on the pickup there.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They go right back to Singletary. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Looking to throw. Lynn. Seferian-Jenkins has it. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Throwing on first down. Lynn to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Come on.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's A.J. Cole now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Their own 12-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's go out here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
36. Check, 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 check.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
Ready, ready.
On first down, Lynn. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Raiders, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week.